It seems one of the strongest friendships in SMIW history may have been saved. And we move on with our first match of the night. This is your opener. It is for the United States Championship. Brian Meyers, the challenger, challenging for the United States title against three-time United States champion, Michael Ralston. And making his way to the ring now, through the curtain, he was a newcomer, a rookie this year. Has a couple big victories, actually even has one over Michael Ralston in his debut a couple months ago. And looking to capture in his final match of his career, the United States title.
You're all right, Joe. This is going to be an impressive match. There's a lot of information to absorb as of the beginning of this episode so far. And it left me almost speechless with how much there is to take in. And how ashamed I am of our COO and what has happened it seems to have kind of crippled our CEO. And I'm surprised at everything that has unfolded. I mean, thankfully, at the very least, for Michael Ralston here, our current United States champion, who hopes to retain it against Brian Meyers, is now back to being friends, it seems, with Nick Thunder. And at least some good, there's some silver lining to have come from all the bad that has been done in the last few weeks of the season.
Yes, hopefully we will see the Michael Ralston of old with all that weight lifted off of his shoulders. And we should see a great match in our opener tonight at the last stand at Apocalypse for the United States title. The United States Championship has a long and glorious history. Many world champions have once held that United States title, and Brian Meyers looking to add his name to that list, extending the hand, and Michael Ralston's been fooled by that once before, isn't going to have it tonight.
Oh, certainly not, Joe. Michael Ralston ain't no dummy. Hey, he's going to go right in here, and we're going to have ourselves a little lockup. And Brian Meyers seems to take the upper hand so far.
Side headlock here by Brian Meyers. Going to back up to the ropes, and he's going to try to shove him off. Brian Meyers, like a pit bull, latches right on and won't let go.
Got that hold in there pretty deep, Joe. Let's see what Michael Ralston can do to get out of this. And there it is. And he just throws him right over the hip. And we got ourselves a pin.
Well,
at least maybe we have a pin.
But
now we sort of have a submission almost, because yeah, you're right.
He's got that
shoulders are up.
Grounded side headlock is going to be reversed by Brian Meyers into this leg lock, this head scissors, grounded head scissors. You keep Michael Ralston grounded, you take away probably about 70% of his offense. And
birdie can't fly if you clip its wings.
Of course.
Chicken.
I was hoping to get through this show without the food references, but will somebody get this man a ham bone to chew on? I don't know. Back to the collar and elbow tie-up, the arm wrench by the champion, Michael Ralston. And he's going to really wind up Brian Meyers here. Brian Meyers, he's going to have to try to get out of this. And he does with reversal arm wrench of his own.
Turn these guys' arms into rigatoni. It's going to be real interesting to see where this match goes from here.
Indeed. And Ralston going to flip out of this predicament and gets a short arm clothesline for his trouble. What a maneuver there by Brian Meyers. He's kind of keeping Ralston off of his game here.
Go for Brian Meyers to keep the wherewithal, but he's got this thing for stalking his prey. You know,
he does. It's almost like almost in a cocky manner.
Right,
where he feels like maybe he already has Michael Ralston where he wants him, but many of Ralston's former opponents
pointing straight to his chin, just taunting Michael Ralston.
Yeah.
He should know better to try to taunt a veteran like Michael Ralston, but he seems to be keeping his own here in the ring so far.
Yeah, and many of Ralston's former opponents will get to tell you, you don't get to get Ralston where you want him because he changes that on you real quick. Basement clothesline. And a 2 count for his cover.
What you were just saying there, Joe.
Yeah, Ralston, just when you think he's in one place, he's in another. His quickness has been almost second to none throughout his career. And now you see Ralston's ground submission wrestling game. Ralston can do a little bit of it all. and he's currently got Brian Meyers down on the mat with this headlock. He's really got it cinched in here, Bob.
He most certainly does, Joe. And it's been kind of a trade of like traditional wrestling tactics so far between these two in this match.
And he gets spiked with a DDT. Cover.
That DDT was hellacious.
2 count for Brian Meyers. Brian Meyers hits a home run shot right there with that DDT, and Brian Meyers is taking control of this contest. We went from the wrestling to now you see again, we talked about a little bit of that egotistical side of Brian Meyers.
You were the United States champion. Come on, Ralston.
Talking a little bit of smack and just drapes Ralston throat first over that top rope.
Oh, what a fall. It was like tumbling down a tree. This is ridiculous. Now Brian Meyers is going to go ahead and throw Michael Ralston to the side of that building. It's becoming a staple almost to SMIW over this season and last.
Well, this right here could be, the ending scene of this match with Brian Meyers holding that United States Championship belt as the champion if things keep going in his favor the way that they are at the moment.
So far it is. Maybe even his attitude is what is paying off. Maybe that egotistical confidence is what's given him the upper hand over Michael Ralston so far in this match.
It could be a possibility, but Ralston, once again, is going to turn this around. A shoulder block right into the gut, a forearm shot to the back of the head. What has Ralston got in mind? Comes over, big leg drop through the ropes, and drapes Brian Meyers right over the middle rope. Cover right here.
1, 2.
And another near fall for the 3-time United States champion, Michael Ralston. A little bit of a side note here. Michael Ralston, currently undefeated at Apocalypse events. As he had mentioned earlier, won his first title here in SMIW, the United States Championship, at Apocalypse 1 in 2006. Brian Meyers gets spiked with a DDT. But I was about to say Brian Meyers looking to snap that streak of Michael Ralston right here, but he is currently in he's currently into some trouble. Ralston going to be going to the top rope. That's where he is at home. That's what brought him to the dance his entire career. And a huge elbow drop from the top rope. He's going to go for another cover here.
1, 2.
That's something I always appreciate out of Michael Ralston. He's one of the only in this business right now willing to take them leaps from the top rope and to do these high-flying maneuvers that almost most of our wrestlers are having a hard time being able to predict.
They're hard to predict, and that's what set Ralston apart here in SMIW throughout his entire career. He will take those risks. He will put his body on the line if he has a goal in mind. He's willing to sacrifice himself if necessary. Sometimes it's paid off, sometimes it doesn't. Reversal, and a big clothesline, nearly decapitating the United States champion.
Yeah, Brian Meyers with a big lumberjack arms. Now he goes in for the pin.
Another 2 count for the challenger. 1 second away of claiming the United States title for his own here at the Last Stand.
We're off to a pretty exciting start. I'm enjoying this match so far. This is really good between the two of them, and it's too early to call.
Oh, double knees! Sorry, Bob, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was a signature maneuver there by Michael Ralston, the double knees to the chest. If you can't breathe, you can't fight.
No true words have ever been said, I don't believe, Joe.
Ralston, starting to feel a little of the fatigue here, is going to set Brian Meyers up. He is in the drop zone, if you will. Ralston going to try to finish this match off and walk out of here still United States champion. Here we go. Top rope. Looking to drop the kamikaze bomb, and he crashed and burned. We had just talked about that. Cover.
1, 2.
Unfortunately,
Brian Meyers almost had the chance to conquer this right then, right there, and take advantage of the situation. But Michael Ralston still had the wherewithal to kick out.
well, Brian Meyers, to be honest, he should have hooked the leg. He should have cinched up Michael Ralston just a little bit better than what he did. He may have gotten the 3 count right there, but it's that ego, I think, it sometimes helps him, I think, and sometimes it doesn't. Here we go. He's going to go for the Armageddon. Reversed. Backslide. No cover. No count. The referee failing to make the count right there. Ralston, he's going to have to adjust on the fly. He's going to roll him up here. Cinches in the cover deep. And Ralston with the 3 count retains the United States Championship for the final time in his final match right here at Apocalypse.
That was pretty slick by Michael Ralston, I have to say. Maybe the ref couldn't consider that first round a official pin. There was too much movement happening there. Maybe he just didn't want to consider that an official pin. Who knows what was going through his mind there, but nonetheless, Michael Ralston retains that United States title and comes out victorious and a sly recovery from the first bit of movement there.
And here we go. There's the replay of how it all went down. Brian Meyers, again, was going to try to use that little bit of cockiness. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. We had a lot of really good wrestling, some technical wrestling here between the two before Brian Meyers hits the short arm clothesline to take the advantage. The advantage would swing back and forth multiple times in this match. You see the basement clothesline there and a near fall for the champion. Brian Meyers spikes Ralston on his head, cover, and also a 2 count there. This match back and forth, a very competitive match to start off the night, the last show for SMIW, and what a match this was. Both men can be proud of the final performance of their careers.
Very true, Joe. They both put everything they had on the line there, and this was a very back and forth match. A couple clotheslines back and forth between the two of them, and look at this right here, right to the chest of Brian Meyers and Michael Ralston, and he tried to capitalize there, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him. But he did manage to get this in, this little roll-up slide here, and get it into his pin. And unfortunately it worked, but
he had to adjust on the fly, but it paid off for him in the end. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Michael Ralston, the final reigning SMIW United States Champion. Big victory for that man who's been such a staple of SMIW over the years. So congratulations to him. What a way to end your career on such a high note. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first match of Apocalypse, the last stand, is in the books. We're going to move on to our next match. And the next match is between Aiden Lane and CJ Blaze.